Hi folks, and welcome back. I'm out on a camp today with Andy. I'm down here in Kent. We've just walked along out to the Thames estuary, just a short walk, and we've arrived at our first sort of landmark, which is Shornemead Fort. There's not a lot left of it. It's in quite bad condition. It's been heavily graffitied, but you know, it's still here. It was built in the 1860s as part of a defensive network for London. It's got good views to the north up the River Thames and down towards London past Tilbury Docks to the west. So you can see why they built it where they did. Unfortunately, they built it on very soft marshy ground, and it had huge problems with subsidence, and the guns were removed, and it was decommissioned in the early 20th century, I believe. But it's still here, and it's really nice to see these old crumbling relics from the past. Whew. We've just stopped to have a bit of lunch. We're not too far away from the second fort now, but we found a nice little spot out of the wind. It's been really blowy along the shore there as we've been walking along, and there's this kind of raised footpath, like a sea defence berm type thing, which we've got down behind, and it's out of the wind. It's a bit better for heating up water and stuff. We've both got hot food for lunch. I've got some noodles and fish, and Andy's got a dehydrated?
No, Wayfarer.
Ball in the bag type?
Yeah, bolognese, I think.
Bolognese, yummy.
industry.
Yeah. And that was some structure there, wasn't it? We've just got to Cliffe Fort. It's quite hard to get into. There's a big aggregates works that owns the fort and all the land around, and there's fences up and it's flooded and it's quite hard to get into. We're going to have a go, but I think it's unlikely. But we have just stumbled across this old torpedo launch site. This is a Brennan torpedo launcher, a very early form of torpedo from the 1890s. And the torpedo would have been fired from here and then guided by wire out across the River Thames there. It had a range of about 2,000 feet or 2,000 yards, which is pretty impressive. But I guess that would have pretty much got to the other side. So any ship coming through, they could have actually guided this torpedo and hit that ship. There really isn't any easy way to get into this fort, not without climbing over one of these fences or climbing up with a ladder up the wall. I mean, it's a fortress. They're designed to be hard to get into. Yeah, you could possibly get in from the yard on the other side, but there's people working in the yard in the aggregate plant there, diggers and things moving around, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to go in, which is a shame because this one's in much better condition than the other fort because it's less accessible. Just to the east of Cliffe Fort is the Nine Elms cement kilns. We've just been in and had a little look around. Fascinating place. It looks even better from the air. So you can just see the circles where the, well, I guess the heat all came out and cement was fired. Do they fire cement? I guess they do, don't they? I don't know. I don't know anything about cement production. But anyway, this is where it happened. Yeah, cool place.
But I think this was the right opportunity to break them.
Right. We're just here at the Cliffe Marshes gunpowder factory. This place was built in the 1890s and produced gunpowder and cordite up until about 1920, when the place was finally abandoned. This site is huge. Lots to see still. There's lots of concrete, lots of kind of concrete stanchions and buildings and brick built shelters and various buildings that I have no idea what they are. And lots of earthworks built as blast shelters, so if something did go wrong, it wouldn't have some sort of catastrophic chain reaction and wipe everything out. Yeah, really impressive site, and now mostly just a home for sheep. Well, we finally got here. That last section from the gunpowder factory to here was a real slog. We're both struggling with that. Andy's feet are really sore from his boots. His boots are kind of worn out, really. He's got a new pair, but didn't want to wear them for a long walk to break them in. I don't blame him. But we're both really glad to be here now. We're just having a little bar of chocolate and collected up some firewood. There's plenty of driftwood kicking about on the beach here and along the coast, or along the shore here, so we can just go and pick up bits and pieces. And we've bought tinders and stuff so we can get a fire going, and then we can cook some dinner in a bit. Yeah, I don't know what time it is. You know what time it is, Andy?
No.
Let me have a check. Yeah, it's 7:45.
Oh, wow.
That's been a big day. Just using some Hammer tinder card to get this fire going. We found quite a lot of firewood, including lots of sort of like small twiggy bits that have been washed up, so hopefully They should do. They feel bone dry. I'm going to use a couple of these just to be sure. Card. I love a Tinder card, I do.
The wind is dying down a tad, actually.
I think it is.
Just in the nick of time.
It's crackling nicely anyway. Beer? Beer. I think we've earned one today. At least one.
Oh. I think I'm going to hold off on the strong stuff for the minute.
Yeah, it's a good nightcap one, that one.
Nice Camden Pale.
Lovely. Ooh. Thank you, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Smooth.
I'm going to get some dinner going. We're both really hungry. It's 9:10. We've been walking for a lot of hours today. I'm going to be doing a sort of corned beef hash stew type affair. So I've got an onion here, just going to fry this down, and then I've got some spuds and some carrots which I'm going to cook, and then add some corned beef and some stock, and yeah, just see what happens. Basically, it should be all right. It should be hearty and filling, and that's the most important thing. After a day of walking, I bought my smallest chopping board and my smallest knife because I didn't want to carry anything bigger. Then I'm going to cook this in my big stainless steel cooking pot. It's a British Army, like a giant mess tin basically. I brought this with me because obviously I can cook tonight's meal in it. But the lid makes a really good frying pan, and Andy's going to be cooking breakfast in the morning, so he can use that to cook breakfast in. Bit of oil in there. I'm just going to cut up the rest of the veg. So I've got some carrots here. I'm just going to cut them up, chunk them up. Not peeled them or anything. People always tell me all the goodness is in the skin, and a bit of sand on them never harmed anyone. Cut that little end bit off. Then I've got some baby new potatoes, so I'm just going to cut in half just so they cook a bit quicker. I'll do that one in thirds. Right, the onions are softened and they're just starting to brown up a little bit. So I'm going to go in with my veg and a stock pot, rich beef stock pot, plop, and a load of water. the lid on.
Ducks preferred more fresh water.
So a saltwater duck.
No, they look like normal mallards to me when I've seen them earlier.
Corned beef, yummy. And that will help to just thicken it all up and make it nice and beefy and lovely.
Sugar ladle.
Yeah. Fancy carrying it.
I need this so bad.
Yeah, sorry, there's no real chunks of meat in it. God, I can feel the heat from that fire from here. Heck, we've got a bonfire going on. Oh yes. And then there's more in the tin. 4 seconds. We've had a really nice evening, just sitting around the fire here. Had some good grub. It was simple but really tasty. Not quite enough of it, was there?
It was effective.
Yeah.
Through the night.
Yeah, definitely. Could have done with some dumplings or some bread or something, but no, it was good. It was tasty. We've had a couple of nice beers. Just sitting down here and just enjoying this fire. Yeah, lovely. We had a fantastic day today. It was a big walk, 15 or 16 miles, I think. Way further than we thought it was going to be. Andy said 3 hours.
Nearly 3 times that.
Yeah. But it was good. We've seen some cool stuff. Those 2 forts were great. Shame we couldn't get into the second one. I would have really liked to have gone in there because I know it's in better condition than the first one. It hasn't got all the graffiti, but it is flooded in the middle. But you know, the buildings and stuff are kind of there, intact, more intact. But still good to fly the drone over and have a look at it from the air. And the gunpowder factory, really impressive, just vast site. Yeah, bizarre. That must have been such a hive of activity once upon a time, you know, and now it's just grazed by the sheep. Yeah, out here, kind of lost out in this marshland. There's just nothing out here. It's bonkers. It's really kind of remote feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. Like it.
We've got the Port of London on the other side, clattering away. But it's quite a comforting sound. It's nice. And the lights. Yeah, it's a really good spot. Yeah, we're going to have a last beer and then turn in for the night. Looking forward to a good sleep. Definitely earned it. And get up and have some breakfast and stuff in the morning. So I shall say goodnight now.
Good night now.
Good night now. Morning, folks. Had a really good night's sleep. I did wake up 2 or 3 times, not from being uncomfortable or cold or anything. I don't know what it was, probably just being in a different place. Woke up at about 3:30, and oddly, everything was really bright and light. There was a big full moon last night, and it just lit the whole place up. I thought it was morning. Yeah, no, but slept really well. Got up this morning, lit a fire, and I've just made a cup of coffee, which is going down a treat. Andy's on breakfast duty this morning. We're having shakalaka. Shakshuka. Don't know what it is. Eastern. Where is it? It's a Middle Eastern.
Europe. Yeah, it's variations of different names.
Looking forward to that. It's not something I've even heard of before, so that should be good. Yeah, and then we'll think about getting things packed away and heading off. We're not walking back the way we came. It took us 8 hours to get here yesterday, and we're off to film another video, another overnighter after this. So we're gonna walk back the shorter route, and then we're getting picked up and taken back to our vehicles. So yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, really nice spot here. Really like it. Very, very peaceful, considering there's so much activity going on the other bank, on the Essex side. This side is just really calm and quiet and nice. Yeah, just the sound of the birds, really.
Shakshuka time. Nice bit of oil. And this is how prepared I am. Pre-cut veg.
Well, you don't have to bring the extra weight then, do you?
So we've got onion, garlic and pepper in there. Did a little spice blend of cumin, paprika, salt, and mild chili powder as well here, and some pepper as well. Definitely something different for breakfast, eh?
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's squeeze in some lemon, which I think I should be using preserved lemons. And some chopped tomatoes. There we go.
Oh, didn't make the opening big enough.
Overflow. Oh no! It's your one.
Yeah.
Should do like that. Okay, the careful reveal. Almost there.
That looks good.
You like coriander?
I love coriander.
Wow.
It's probably one of my favourite herbs.
Ditto. Oh.
That looks proper lush, that does.
Let's warm through some of our pitters. Et voila!
Lovely.
Something like that.
Look at that. Perfect.
Cheers. I feel like I'm on holiday. On the beach. Something different for breakfast.
That's lovely.
That'll do, won't it?
Right, that's us all packed up. We're just going to leave the fire pit as it was when we arrived, and we're going to leave the wood that we didn't burn just stacked up there for the next happy camper. Yeah, it's been an absolutely fantastic camp. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the walk yesterday. Enjoyed this location. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure as usual.
It's been a pleasure. Good food, good company. Exactly what you need. We're now heading off to go and get organised for another camp. We're leaving this camp and going straight onto another one, something a bit different to this. So we're going to head off. Don't forget to go and check out Andy's channel. He'll have a video up from this little camp as well, and of the next one. So yeah, go over and check that out and give him a watch too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.